Are you currently struggling with pain, pain in your body, pain in your back? Maybe you can't even get up and down the toilet. Maybe you can't pick up a baby. Maybe you can't bend over and pick up your socks. If this is something you're struggling with right now, you want to stay tuned to this episode because you're going to have the chance to reverse it all. My name is Leslie Urbis. I'm a registered dietitian and a personal trainer. And as you know, a recovering selfless overachiever here to help those very similar to me really step into wholly embracing themselves. And I have an awesome guest with me today to help you do just that. I would like to introduce you guys to Deepak. Deepak, how's it going?
Good, good. I'm very pleased to be here today, and I didn't even realize you were in Spain. So amazing.
Yeah, it's fabulous, right? I love living in Spain. It's wonderful. But tell me a little bit more about your journey. How did it come to where you kind of realized that you were in so much pain you needed help?
Yeah, I always struggled with my weight my entire life. I was always the chubby kid. I was morbidly obese as a teenager, 100 pounds heavier than I am now. Always little aches and pains and nagging things all the time. Chronically sick. I'd have like chronic ear infections, throat infections, bronchitis, you name it, growing up. But where it really came to head to me was in 2014. I hurt my back so bad, such that I had no flexion. I couldn't bend over at the waist. Which, as you kind of said in your intro there, I could not pick up my youngest daughter, who was a 10-pound baby at the time, out of her crib. I couldn't play with my older daughter. I'm one of those dads who like to, throw their kids up and catch them and spin them around and that sort of thing. I could not do any of that anymore. And it was very painful getting in and out of a chair, which includes getting in and out of the toilet, putting on your shoes, socks. I needed help. It was very devastating. I didn't recognize myself in the time, but I was, now looking back, I was totally in depression. I couldn't do any of the activities I wanted to. I couldn't play with my kids. I like to say the Western medical system wasted 18 months of my health, run around through the system, ineffective treatments, misdiagnoses, etc. Finally took matters into my own hand to find an alternative modality to heal my back. But in conjunction with that, also, made lifestyle changes. And that's what made me lose the last 60 of the 100 pounds I've lost in just a matter of months. And also my autoimmune condition cleared up. And I essentially have really not been sick for the last 10 years. So that's high level. That's my story. And
I love it.
it was that physical transfer. People don't see the internal struggle that we go through, right? Nobody sees that. They only see the outside, the manifestation. So for me, that was the weight loss. So colleagues, coworkers, business associates started asking me, they saw the weight dropping off so fast. They started asking me like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I started informally coaching and mentoring people. And I was like, I like this more than being a CPA, which I am by first profession. So I was like, I'm going to do this. So I've got some early certifications and essentially started working with people who are weight loss and back pain originally, and that's evolved over time.
I love it. I love it. I think that some of the things that we really, I love how you say internal because I always joke that most people actually lose the majority. It's not that they lose the majority. I have tons of people that lose tons of weight while they're with me, but some actually come to me having the weight down and they're like, I don't know how to keep this off. It's like probably like a 40-60 split. I have tons of clients that come to like lose weight and then others that are like, now I've done it. I don't know how to save it because that was really my story of I did it the most unhealthy way and I had no idea how to come back from it. But the thing that you talked about, the internal transformation, right? The internal piece. Like we see the 60-pound weight loss and we're like, we need that thing. But what you discussed there was so much deeper. It was like getting over the back pain and curing the autoimmune disease, which we know is so linked internally, right? That's linked to our brain and all those things. I'm
Absolutely.
sure you probably know of Bruce Lipton. I'm sure
Of course.
you're from,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, I love Bruce, right? Anyway, so I'm curious, I'm sure the audience is curious. Tell me, with the pain and with the things like that, because you went against Western medicine, what was the route you chose to take?
Yeah. So what started originally as a very like a physical modality. So I started using PRP or platelet rich plasma treatments for the back. I can describe what that is if you like. And that helped, but really trying to bring inflammation down so that even the PRP would work better was a big key. So for me, that was primarily lifestyle factors. For me, mostly nutrition. Started eating low inflammatory, and again, that's different for everyone. There's different trigger foods for different people. I like to say I went cold turkey, and that evolved over time as well as I got to know myself better, my biology better, and just even like sleeping more better and drinking more water and all these sorts of things, which really helped bring the weight down as I was trying to heal my back at the same time. But Leslie, if I could just go back to something you teed up just a moment ago, I'm sure you see this with your clients as well. You know, there's a sometimes very tactical approach to weight loss. You know, whatever that might be for the particular person. Could be changing the diet, could be changing the macros, could be counting carbs, could be exercising more, movement more, whatever. But there's always some people that will always still struggle with those things. They're doing everything right and they still can't get through. And sometimes that internal stuff. It's that struggle. It's maybe there's a hidden trauma, maybe there's a known trauma, maybe there's limiting beliefs and that type of thing. So again, the tactical can work for many people, but some people the tactical will not work, or it'll only get them so far, and they need to work on that inner game. So that's why I like to bring in a bunch of modalities as well in conjunction with the tactical techniques, specifically for weight loss and for other emotional things as well, to really like get people across the finish line.
I love it. I love it. So if somebody were, you know, curious a little bit more about what you do and how you do it, where could they find you?
Yeah, deepaksanihealth.com. I have a free gift I would love to give to your audience.
Sure.
It's a guide debunking 5 personal development myths. I'll give you the link there, and you can share it with your audience. And you know, I think all personal development is great. All modalities are great. Some coaches, practitioners just don't come from the right lens of it, and some just take a really long time. I'm a big proponent of trying to get the work done as quick as possible, and some of the modalities I use can be done in 30 days, and that's a lot better to solve your problem than 3 years. Or we probably all know someone in our life, maybe it's us, who's been doing therapy for years and years and years and years. Wouldn't it be a lot better to move the dial in like less than 30 days? Again, it depends on what someone's issue is. So yeah, download my guide, see what might work for you, and then yeah, join my ecosystem, and we'll take it from there.
Awesome. I love it. And I will link that right below this video. So please make sure you guys snag that. Outside of that, thank you so much for being a guest. I love the story and truthfully believe that this will be very helpful for people to learn. And I'm curious about the myths as well. So I might have to check it out myself. But
Oh,
for all
for
of you,
sure, for sure.
yeah, for all of you watching, please remember, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.